हेलो हेलो। आज हम फिर से आए हैं। बहुत दिनों बाद हम आए हैं तीनों एक साथ बस, एंड वी आर ट्राइंग टू। आज हम कुछ अलग करने की फिर से कोशिश कर रहे हैं। हमने बॉलीवुड के टॉप 10 मूवीज किए हुए हैं, एंड अगर आप लोगों ने नहीं देखा तो फिर से जरूर जाके देखिए। हमने कोशिश किया था उस बार अलग अलग जॉनर्स कवर करने का। इस बार हम ट्राई कर रहे हैं। सिंस हम तीनों ने इंजीनियरिंग किया है, एमबीए वगैरह किया है, तो हमारे पास फ्री टाइम बहुत होता था। पढ़ाई लिखाई में तो बिल्कुल मन नहीं था, तो मूवी तो देख लिया, अब टीवी सीरीज भी देखना था। और हिंदी टीवी सीरीज का जो फेमस होना शुरू हुआ वो काफी लेट हुआ है। हमने बहुत सारे हॉलीवुड टीवी सीरीज देखे हैं। सो टुडे वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक अ टॉप 10 हॉलीवुड सीरीज। लास्ट टाइम हमने बस हम तीनों का डाटा लिया था। इस बार द डेटा इज बिन पॉपुलेटेड, एंड आई थिंक वी हैव अराउंड 12 पीपल गिविंग अस टॉप 10 लिस्ट।
Yes.
एंड संचित और सौरभ को पता नहीं टॉप 10 क्या है, बट मैं बता देता हूँ कि वी हैव अराउंड 65 नेम्स with us.
Surprise.
So you can
I
imagine.
am surprised that 65 series के नाम तो मुझे पता ही नहीं होगा. So I'm surprised in that first.
हाँ, पता होगा नहीं होगा, मतलब what you have to understand कि there are with platforms like Amazon and Netflix and others, there are a lot of things to watch. But yeah, so that's it. We'll dive into it. Yeah, we have a lot of honorable mentions. Before we start that, I would like to know कैसा था तुम्हारा इंजीनियरिंग वो whole experience of watching TV series, or do you still watch as much as you used to?
Now definitely उतना तो नहीं. Once your job kicks in तो मैनेजर टाइम कहाँ देता है इतना सीरीज देखने के लिए जितना प्रोफेसर्स देते थे. But on a serious note, the first thing which was a big cultural thing for me is series. हमें इंडियन सीरियल्स जो हम लोग घर में मम्मी पापा देखे, those were horrible. वो सास बहू एंड ऑल समथिंग जिसके साथ हम रिलेट भी नहीं कर पाते थे. एंड आप इंजीनियरिंग या कभी भी कोई भी कॉलेज में जाओ एंड यू गेट टू नो द डिफरेंट सीरीजेस आउट देयर, द डिफरेंट जॉनर्स हो सकते थे. दैट्स अ होल न्यू वर्ल्ड दैट वी गेट इनटू. एंड एक दिन में एक सीजन खत्म करना, दोज वर गुड ओल्ड डेज एज टू से.
True.
संचित बस ट्रू बोलेगा, कुछ और भी बोल.
तो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस यही था. आई थिंक आई स्टार्टेड वाचिंग सीरीज बैक इन माय कॉलेज डेज ओनली, बीटेक के. तो एट दैट टाइम आई थिंक ये सब ओटीटीज वगैरह इतना नहीं था, तो इट वाज वेरी हार्ड टू गेट द एपिसोड्स ऑफ दो सीरीज. तो एक एक एपिसोड हम लोगों ने देखे हैं, फिर वेट किया है नेक्स्ट एपिसोड तक का. सो आई थिंक वो जो जर्नी और वो जो पेशेंस था वो अब नहीं है, क्योंकि सब चीज़ बहुत ज़्यादा एक्सेसिबल हो गई है. तो प्रॉब्ली हाँ, उस टाइम पे थ्रिल ज़्यादा था वो चीज़ का. तो आई थिंक उस टाइम पे बहुत ज़्यादा सीरीज देख ली और बहुत ज़्यादा खाली भी थे. तो या दैट वाज
आई थिंक वी शुड गिव ए शाउट आउट टू टॉरेंट ऑल्सो. हमें बहुत मदद किया टॉरेंट ने हमारे सीरीज देखने के जर्नी में.
और
बंदा
मैंने
होता था हार्ड डिस्क लेके आता था, जिससे पूरा हॉस्टल लेता था एपिसोड सीरीज.
मैंने सुना संचित को हॉरर पसंद है, तो उसने वैसा ही सीन बना रखा है अपने रूम में. पर ठीक है. सो जैसे मैं बोल रहा था, हमारे पास अराउंड 65 नेम्स है. सो ऑब्वियसली मैं सारे नाम तो बता नहीं सकता. We'll get into top 10, but before that I'll give you some honorable mentions and we'll talk about that also. Top 10 नहीं, top 12 होगा, because 10 में 3 है. And let me tell you something, जो टॉप में है उसको मिला है 89 पॉइंट्स. सो मतलब फर्स्ट में जो होता है उसको 10 मिलता है, एंड जो 10th में होता है उसको 1 मिलता है. सो जो फर्स्ट है उसको 89 मिला हुआ है. एंड ऑब्वियसली वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ इन वन लॉट ऑफ टीवी सीरीज जिसको एक ही किसी ने रेकमेंड किया होगा. सो वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट कितना रेंज है 1 to 89. ठीक है. सो कुछ ऑनरेबल मेंशंस में बात कर लेता हूँ. ठीक है. विल स्टार्ट विद वन विच इज ऑन सौरव्स लिस्ट, एंड दैट इज बैंड ऑफ ब्रदर्स. It is by David Schwimmer. I've watched it. It's a great series. If you only know David Schwimmer by Friends, you will not be able to recognize him in Band of Brothers. Uh,
True.
and that is something shows his acting prowess. And I've always maintained the fact that I personally felt in Friends he was the best actor. The range he showed even in Friends, for me, he was the best actor. People might disagree, that's okay. But I'll let Saurabh carry it forward with Band of Brothers. Please keep it short and simple, so
Yeah.
because we have to discuss the top 10.
Two reasons why I had him. One, had the series. One, I wanted to have a series which is more of a documentary, and this is more of a real life event or a documentary based series. It is very, very well shown, very close to authentic as possible. Great acting, great storytelling, and as you said, the David Schwimmer between Friends and Band of Brothers is hell and heaven difference, and it's a great watch. Someone who loves wars and armies and things like that, please, I recommend it. Do watch it.
Okay, okay, we'll look into that. We will look into that. Uh,
You do better if you could, tell the audience how do you rate these movies or how do you rank these movies? What is the parameters
Series.
that
so,
you
j-
use?
yeah, so anyone who gives a movie number one gets a 10 points, and who rates it number 10 gets 1 point. And the numbers in between follow the sequence similarly. The next honorable mention that I'd like to talk about is again something which did not make the top 10, but was pretty high on uh, Sanchit's list, and it was also uh, pretty high on one of Sanchit's friends' list. It is Chernobyl.
Okay.
Good series.
So Sanchit,
Hmm. मतलब seeing an historic event made that well, जो मतलब देख के मजा आ गया मेरे को. वो इवेंट शायद उतना हुआ भी नहीं होगा अच्छे से, बट द वे दे हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड इट एंड दे द जो भी टाइमलाइन दिखाई है, चीजें जैसे जैसे हो रही हैं, आई थिंक फैबुलसली मेड.
I'm going to surprise Sanchit, and why I'm going to surprise him is I'm going to put him in a place where his fourth favorite did not make it to the list.
What?
And surprisingly, only one other person, if I'm not wrong, had it on its list. Great watch. I absolutely agree. It's a great watch. Maybe not top 10 for me, but a great watch. And it goes by the name Stranger Things.
हाँ, काफी ज्यादा लोगों की रेटिंग्स अपन ने ले लिया आज, मुझे लग रहा है.
बस तेरे और तेरे दोस्त की लेता तो मैं पक्का टॉप 10 में आ जाता. But yeah, Sanchit, Stranger Things.
I like it because हॉरर एलिमेंट भी है, साईफाई भी है, थ्रिलर भी है, प्लस थोड़ा वही बचपन में जैसे अपन देखते थे, चार बच्चे हैं, चुल होती है, कुछ कुछ एडवेंचर करना है, चीजें होती हैं. तो फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू थोड़ा मिथिकल क्रीचर ये सब वगैरह भी था. तो आई थिंक कॉन्सेप्ट वाज गुड, बट ठीक है, डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ पीपल हैव रेटेड इट. तो ठीक है, आई तो लाइक्ड इट.
I actually liked it. I think I've watched a few of these episodes with you.
यस.
Yeah, I did like it, but I'll be candid and honest with you. It just could not make it to my list because I feel they were better for me. For me, okay. The next जो 10th में है, बस हम तीनों के लिस्ट में है, and it kept 10th. So that says something about this series and the biasness that this forum carries, the bias forum. And we all have it quite high. It is Sherlock. I think anything we say about it will be less. The original novel being so great, the
Exactly.
movie being so good, and the series it makes 1, 2, 3 episodes, sometimes just one episode, and that episode is good enough for that year.
Exactly.
That is a quality, and you know we can feel we are smart. It can still outsmart you. That this series could outsmart you, and even also the fact that we know the stories. We know the gist of most of the
Exactly,
stories
whatever
which
we
has
have
been
read.
put forward because we know the novel. Even then, to create the excitement, the what a series! I think I've spoken a lot. I'll let you to speak about it.
I will just add two things that to come after a great book and then after a great movie where a great actor, Robert Downey Jr., has done a good job at it. To then take it up, have the challenge to take it up and do it completely different from how it has been portrayed in the movie. How Cumberbatch has shown it, great acting, how they have incorporated it to the modern era. They'll show you the text message on the screen in that format and all. How they've incorporated the same story to a modern era. It is a masterpiece.
Hmm.
It is a masterpiece.
I think that was the part जो मैं भी काफी ज्यादा मुझे भी अमेजिंग लगा क्योंकि हमने जो बुक्स में पढ़ा है वी कुड नेवर इवन थिंक कि उसके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा है. So with this thing, when the series came up and जो lines आती थी वहाँ पे, whatever he's thinking, he's processing. So I think that was a very good touch to the typical Sherlock Holmes thing.
Absolutely. Now we'll move to the ninth, or if we can say ninth, I don't know, but whatever that is, we'll get to that. But before that, I want to say there are few series that will come now are not present on our list. The first of them is on ninth, and it is a dry comedy. It's great comedy. It is Office. It is The Office. But point is, I forgot to ask my friends which office are they referring to.
I'm very sure it would be I think the US one, I think, is the famous.
Anyways,
US
both of them were good, and I have no uh, hard feelings either one of them being selected. And it was good series. It is a good series, and it is great cast in all of it. And yeah, I cannot speak much about it because it's not in my top 10. But surely, Sanchit's one of the Sanchit's friends has it and first foot,
Yes.
and one of my friends have it and fourth, and nobody else. I think there are a few others, but did not just. It's just in ninth position.
Hmm.
The next one has the same points as this Office series, and it is this generation is quite crazy about this series, especially more so. I might be judged, but with the females, it is Fleabag. Great series, a beautiful Amazon series, and the chemistry which is there between the casts is there to be seen for all. I'm sure by the expression of Sanchit has no idea about this series.
Ah.
needed by
Yeah, if you don't, you can watch it. It's a good series. It is beautiful. It has a good story, and it's a good watch. It's the females tend to like it more than the men, but it's again you can go out and watch it. No, it's
so my
not
gender is
controversial.
safe.
No, it's a good. It's a good one. It has a great cast. For your Sherlock fans, Andrew Scott is there. Uh,
Nice.
who is Andrew Scott? दोनों ने तो फिर हिला लिया. Andrew Scott was the villain of Sherlock.
You mean Moriarty?
Moriarty.
Yes,
हाँ.
yes. सिर तो हिला लिया.
मेरे को
मुझे लगा
actors के नाम
मुझे
क्लिक नहीं करते, कैरेक्टर्स के रहते.
मुझे लगा वो एंड्रयू स्कॉट है, क्या नाम है उसका?
Watson is not Andrew Scott. Come on.
Not Watson, अरे जो अपना पुलिस ऑफिसर.
No. Anyways, we'll move on to the next one. The next one is my third favorite, sort of second favorite. It's award-winning sports. I'll not call it comedy. I'll call it sports motivational show. It is Ted Lasso. It is so for me, and I think sort of can testify to this. I watched it when it was not famous. I made promoted it because it obviously I made Saurav watch it because it is about football. Come on, we will watch it. We watch shit about football, so we'll obviously watch good things about being shown here. But this show is not about football. This show is about life. This show has something else. Um, it is it has football accuracies in it. It has something that everyone can watch and get inspired by. Whether it's the dart that he throws and talks about, or whether it's the
Sauce.
barbecue sauce, exactly, or whether it's every episode he gives us something to think about and understand and maybe become a better human. And yeah, and great characters, great, great characters. Yeah, Saurabh, take it forward. It's your second favorite.
Yeah, and I love this series to the core. If only not for the series which I've named it first, which I think is the greatest series ever made. This is as close a second as it can be. You see the unwavering faith this the main character has on people, that everyone has a good side to it and everyone can change, and how everyone struggles in life. Everyone leaves their own struggles and how they have to overcome it. It is a great series. You laugh, you cry, you enjoy, you have fun, and at the end of the series, you feel it should never end. It, I know why it has not been watched by many and why it is not in top four, because this is a purely Apple TV. It does not come in Netflix, Amazon, and
मैं फ्री
people
में
can
दिखाएगा मैं
see
फ्री में
you.
दिखाएगा
So you have. I know a couple of my friends who have seen clips of it and love it, but they have not watched the series because they do not have Apple and they don't want to do the effort of downloading it.
मैं है ना
And that is the reason why this has not come into many people, because if it is solely in Apple TV. Oh wow! I am just happy to watch this series anytime.
Okay. Before we continue, I'll just let a few things you know. Out of top the things which made in top 10 or top 12 that we have, Saurav has four which made it to the top 10. Sanchit has five which made it to the top 10. And I have six which has made it to the top 10. Uh, it seems like I follow the math. Anyways, we'll move on to the next one, which is also only present in my list. It is Peaky Blinders. You know, people say Birmingham people have the worst accent. I don't agree. Watching this,
हाँ
this is this is beautiful. The rawness that has been shown, the swagger of the characters.
swagger, yeah.
Who, मतलब टॉम शेल्बी को कौन भूल सकता है? He made that hat famous.
Hat,
You know,
exactly.
not and the way he carried himself across the seasons. So you might like few seasons, you may not like few seasons, but you cannot you just cannot say that he's not a good actor. The way he has acted, well, we have also watched Oppenheimer, so his acting credentials are not to be doubted. But let us
We have
it,
been watching you from Batman.
yeah. So let's not kid ourselves. It is beautiful. Peaky Blinders was just present in no, it was not just. It was present in four people out of 12 have selected it. It is one of the highest selections, not the highest, but one of the highest selections among us
Hmm.
of the 12 people. So yeah, Sanchit.
Uh, so I think very typical British series, और मेरे हिसाब से द वे जो कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट हुआ है थॉमस शेल्बी का ओवर टाइम, सीइंग द लॉसेस इन फैमिली एंड एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा, तो आई थिंक वो स्टोरी डेवलप कैरेक्टर डेवलपमेंट वाज समथिंग दैट ब्लू मी अवे, प्लस वही स्वैग वाली चीज, टोपी में ब्लेड रख के, आई थिंक दैट वाज फिनोमिनल. सो हाँ, दैट्स
Again,
व्हाई लव द
yeah.
सीरीज.
Uh, so yeah, Peaky Blinders. We have covered Peaky Blinders. Now we are left with top five. top 5. The fifth में जो है,
Huh.
it was not only on this Saurabh, it was not only on list Sanchit, it was on my list, and it was on other 4 people's list also. It is Suits, the swagger of Harvey Specter. The swagger of Harvey Specter, and at least made a lot of other people, 4 other people vote for it. The camaraderie between Harvey Specter and Mike Ross.
Mike Ross.
Yeah, beautiful. Not only Mike Ross, Louis Late, Evan Rachel, and Donna, and all of them. And all of them made this series what it is. I agree. After Mike was not part of it, there was a drop down in the quality of the show. But the first 3 seasons were something on the other level. Matlab, I think it is one of the best opening in terms of series. The opening is one of the best. The ending is one of the worst, and the series is somewhere in between. So that's how I.
The only reason I did not have Suits in it is because, like you said, after third season, it actually tailed off. The overall quality is not the same as the first 3. That is
I'd
the
say
reason
it's there till season 4-ish, 4 to 5-ish. After that, once Mike comes back from the jail, it slowly tails off. And once Mike leaves, it follows a different trajectory. But yeah, it was there. Sanchit, तुम बोलो.
हाँ तो मतलब मेरा भी वही सेम रीजन ही था कि 3 सीजन तक इट वाज फाइन, उसके बाद इट डिप्ड. तो डेफिनेटली इट शुड हैव बीन इन माय टॉप 10, बट
या अब उसके बाद जो आया है, वो 4th में जो है is only present in 4 people, but 4 out of 3 people have listed it in top 4. 2 of them have listed it in second place. So this is, and none of us have it in it, top 10. It is Big Bang Theory. I think Sheldon Cooper made a place in a lot of people's heart. Not a lot of people said, but the place he made was quite high. I'll be honest. The first 5 to 6 seasons were top notch. The rest, 7 of them were not worthy of watching. Especially the last 2-3 was horrible for me. It has. I know I'm being too critical, but that it is how it is. In terms of comedy, I can name a lot of other series which comes above this, but it has a good. The first 5 seasons are phenomenal. It is great comedy. It is a different genre of comedy. We have not seen much smart people do comedy.
exactly.
It was comedy made out of smart people. So yeah, you two can speak about it.
मतलब आई लाइक द सीरीज, बट हाँ जैसे तूने बोला, आई थिंक द रेफरेंसेस इनिशियली आई वाज लाइक ये कुछ ज्यादा ही हो रहा है. तो केम आउट ऑफ सरप्राइज फॉर मी, बट या कैरेक्टर्स एंड ओवरऑल comedy was on point and on time. So I think since I had to choose 1 or 2 only in comedy, so that is why I chose the other 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. It is not one of the best comedy series ever made, and that's why it did not make the list. Good series. Time pass के लिए देखना है, मस्ती करना है, देख सकते हो. There is, if you love science, there are some good references to it also, which will keep you engrossed in it. But it's an okay series. मतलब अच्छा है, देखो, मस्ती करो, but definitely not a top 10 for me.
Now we are in the top 3. We are in the medal positions, and I'll let you know. Third को मिला है 45 points. Second को मिला है 46 points. It got beat by 1 point. And I'll let you know one more thing. Both of these are not on my list. And the thing which made it on the third is Game of Thrones. It is second favorite of Sanchit. It is one of brother's friends top, one of Sanchit's friends top. So it has, and there are other people who have voted for it, obviously. So Sanchit, GOT.
I think most of us started watching it because of the controversy. कि इतना हाइप हो गया था उस टाइम पे, ऐसी कोई सीरीज आई है जिसमें बहुत ही ज्यादा पॉलिटिक्स है, बहुत ही ज्यादा वल्गर सीन्स है. So I think उस टाइम पे most of the people started because of that reason, but eventually जैसे जैसे seasons हुए, I think डाई हार्ड फैंस मैंने देखे हैं गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स के जिन्होंने बुक्स पढ़ी है. So one of our group friends, Nitish, has also read books. So overall, I think one of the best series that I have seen, because इतने लोग इन्वॉल्व करे उन्होंने, प्रोडक्शन, cinematography, music, everything top notch. So that is why I ranked it on top two.
You know nothing, Sanchit. You know nothing.
But I always play the
Anyways,
games.
okay. Yeah, it could not make it to my top 10. I have different criteria, but let's not. I am happy that it is there in top 10, as I would say I was quite sure it will be in top 10. And I was also sure it will not be on the top. It will exist somewhere in between, and I'm happy with its rating.
I feel Game of Thrones is the biggest series of the late 2010s and early 2020. It is the biggest series, recently made series. I might not like it, you might not like it, but it is the biggest series. Of how many people it has engrossed in it, it is the biggest series of our of this generation.
Yeah, well, it is. It is 9.2 in IMDb. Not many series have that rating, so it is a great watch. Now, the one which beat Game of Thrones by 1 point. It is there in both of you. It is quite high in both of you. It is Sanchit's favorite series. It is Breaking Bad.
I'm surprised it's on top two. It should have been on top one.
No chance. Top one, there is only one top one.
We'll get to that, but we'll talk about this first.
So
Yeah, Sanchit.
Breaking Bad, I think मैं उन लोगों में से हूँ जो was not a big fan of chemistry. But after seeing this series, I developed my interest, but still, I think chemistry was something जो मेरा forte नहीं था. But jokes apart, I think series में again starting में शायद थोड़ा slow development था. But once you start catching up with the series, it brings on new things जो आपको hooked रखती है. फिर जेसी का कैरेक्टर, वॉल्टर वाइट का कैरेक्टर was phenomenal. The things they have to go through to just to survive, and we know what condition was Walter White in. So I think that series is something I have recommended many people to watch, and people have got fan of it. So yeah, lovely series.
Yeah, sort of.
Exactly on that anecdote, chemistry has been my favorite subject throughout. But yeah, great series. The way the story builds the relationship of Walter White with everyone. I think Walter White might end up being one of the most iconic series character ever.
Yes.
Everyone has seen that still of the bald man standing on a desert. Everyone has seen that still. So yeah, that's a great watch, and I'm surprised you don't have it, because you, I imagine, would love a series like that.
Exactly.
I do love it. It's not that I don't love it. I want, as I've gone forward with the Bollywood top 10. I also wanted to do the same with this. I wanted few comedies. I wanted few famous. But yeah, a great series. I have no harm in accepting that it is one of the best, and it deserves the second spot it has achieved. Both Game of Thrones and Breaking Bad were selected by 50% of the people who have asked. So it is that famous. It is that much watched. Now we're into the top. So I'll give you a few things before I speak about the top. So we have 12 people voting, right? And 9 people have this series on the list, which is 75%, which is the highest. I still feel it's low, but it is the highest in terms of number of people who have it on the list. Second, the second position was at 46. This is at 89. That is the difference. Plus 43 is the difference. अगर गेम ऑफ थ्रोन्स और ब्रेकिंग बैड को चार और लोगों ने भी 10 दे दिया होता तो भी इस सीरीज इससे आगे दिस सीरीज वुड हैव बीन आगे. Out of the 9 people who have voted, 4 of them have it in top 10. 3 of them have it in top 2. So 4 of them have it in top. 3 of them have it in top 2. The other 2 have it in top 3. One of them has it in top 4. So whoever has voted does not have it below top 5.
Wow. I think
There can be only one.
what series that
There
is.
can be only one series. There is only one series. The series which defines engineering for us, the series which defines anything for us, the series you watch when you have food in engineering or MBA.
Be any
The
more
series.
obvious.
It is, friends. It is, friends. We were talking about just now Breaking Bad, the iconic character as iconic as Walter White. I can name you 6 of them. That is, friends. I can name you 6 of them. So when I talk about such series, if we talk about, let us say, Big Bang Theory, you will always talk about Sheldon first, and then Leonard and maybe Penny together. If you talk about Modern Family, you'll most likely talk about Phil and all first, and then you'll get to the rest of the part. If you talk about Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which was also there, you'll talk about Jake first and others. If you talk about Breaking Bad, Walter White, then others. If you talk about Friends, you have to talk about all 6 of them.
Yes.
You might have one favorite. You might have one favorite. I might have one favorite. We all have those 6 as our favorite. I think that's how I'll define it.
Best series ever made. Easily.
We'll get into this, but before that, I'll say ये 6 कैरेक्टर हटा भी दूं ना, उसके अलावा भी 6 और हैं.
Exactly.
Okay.
Gunther.
Uder, yeah, Gunther, Emily, Richard. There are Rachel के दोनों sister.
Oh.
Emily, जो रॉस के गर्लफ्रेंड थे, is my only celebrity crush ever.
So yeah. Anyways, I'll let you to speak about Friends, and then we'll maybe deep dive a bit more if we have time. First Sanchit, then Saurav, and then we'll take it forward.
Yeah. So Friends, as Souvik mentioned, one of the iconic series. So I got introduced to that series in my college days only, and when we started watching that series, there has not been a single day that we have ate our food without watching the episode. So it was that close to us back then, even now. And I have even lost the count how many times I have completely watched the series from season 1 to season 10. So phenomenal series, great story about, we used to have plans with our friends that, after our jobs, we'll be staying together, owning a flat and all that. So a lot of good memories with that series, and we even enacted a few episodes of that series for one of our friends. So yeah, it was
Yes.
amazing.
Yeah. I always say this is the best series ever made. It is so ahead of its time. To have so many, what to say, great things shown, like surrogacy, to show about LGBTQ, and so much ahead of its time, and show it in such elegant and grace that people accept it, love it, and enjoy watching it. Like you say, today people still today have food watching Friends, and that's the testament of it. I think the last season was aired in 2002, if I'm not wrong. 2, 3.
4.
Okay,
4.
2004.
Around 2004.
It is 20 years and people still find it relevant. It you'll laugh with it, you'll cry with it.
I think
It's a journey that you will go through watching every one of them, how they interact with one another.
we forced them to make one episode for us. That's its greatness. That we wanted those 6 characters, to come back and talk about that series 20 years later. I think that's the greatness of this
Friends
series.
reunion.
And yeah, and I think that shows in the voting also. We actually have catered to people who are in their early 20s, to people who are in their mid 30s, and in that wide range, who have 75% people voting them, and none of them having it below fifth.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, none of them having below fourth says a lot. And one of them have only having it on fourth. The rest are in top three. So that shows the uh, footprint it has put in us, in our friends, and I think we all identify ourselves in one or the other friend's character. Like we are more like one or the other. And yeah, I think it brings a smile to our face till today. And I think every one of us felt bad when we saw Matthew Perry die. When we heard that news, it took a part of us with his death. And not many people, not many series can have that impact on you.
Yeah, it cannot. It
Very
cannot.
true.
The only that has affected me in terms of people, famous people, is Chester Bennington, and well, we'll talk about that in a different therapy session. We'll get to that.
I think we missed couple of animated series that we would have loved to add in this. Though.
But I did not want animated to be here, because that will create a different series out of it. But for now, this is our top 10. You people, I don't know, would agree or disagree with our top 10. We post the top 10 now. You can watch it just now. And if you agree, disagree, you are always welcome to let us know, like you do on our other videos. And please, अपना top 10 जरूर बताना. सुन के अच्छा लगेगा. We'll add that, and maybe if we have enough responses, we'll update our top 10 and let you people know.
In the comment also.
Yeah. So yeah, you people, one of you can close it.
Sarav.
So yeah, this is our top 10, and please let us know your top 10. We might have forgotten few good ones also. We all are humans at the end of the day. So please let us know. And like this video, share this video with all your friends so they can also share their top 10. And we get to know better series for us to watch. Let us be selfish here so we can watch some good series. So please do let us know what we are missing. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Bye-bye.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Bye bye.